Hello and good morning, my name is Neil Pinkett, I'm the proprietor of Bathcars, and today's car is the little Hyundai Amica. This is a little 5-door, 1-litre car, 4 cylinders, 5-speed, and it's the GSi version, so it's got good spec with alloys, air conditioning, central locking, electric windows, power steering, airbags, etc. It's actually got quite a nice little spec actually for a small car. This is the second one I've had in the last 2 weeks, and do you know what? I quite like them. I think they're an excellent little car. For today's society, you know, you're not doing many miles, you want something economical, cheap to insure, cheap to run, and this fits the bill nicely. It's nice and short and tall, so you can fit in it quite happily, 4 or 5 people. It's easy to park, it's got little alloy wheels on it which make it look a little bit better, and it drives fine, it drives spot on. I've recently delivered one to a gentleman 30 miles away, and I thought it drove very well. And this one's even lower mileage, half the miles. Has the original Brian Whiteside Hyundai plates front and rear, so it's never had any action to speak of. And obviously it's HPI clear and no finance outstanding, etc. So 100% legitimate car. Test driven by myself, and I've cleaned it and gone through the car myself and done a few little things to it, and I can confirm she's all spot on. So what specs it got? It's got front fogs, it's on the X-Reg, it's 2000, we've got a bit of history and some documents which we'll go through a bit later on. So if you're getting bored of this little video clip, then obviously switch off, but if you're interested in a genuine little small car, keep going with me. I'll go around in all the detail I can. So little few scuffs here and there on the bumpers, but the main bodywork is in good order, no corrosion to speak of. The alloy wheels are little 13-inch alloys, and the tyre size is 155/70 R13, so they're going to be cheap. That tyre there is in good order, it's about a bit better than half worn. This one on the back here, he's practically brand new. There is a centre cap missing out of that wheel, by the way. You might just want to get one off eBay for about £1.50, I would imagine. It's got a rear wiper and a high-level brake light and a little boot space in the back. And it's even got an alloy spare in the boot as well. I mean, you don't even get a spare wheel with a £15,000 Mini these days. So this has got another alloy spare in the boot. That tyre's practically brand new. And this one here is about half worn, let's say, a bit better than half worn. And that's got locking wheel nuts, and there are locking wheel nuts with the car all around. All the glass is good, the washers, the wipers, they all work fine. Okay, I'll tell you what, let's go and have a look at the history a minute. Okay, welcome to the history and documents then for this little Hyundai Amica. Here's the V5. We can see the car's had 3 owners in total. The first person kept or owned it on 2001. Then the second keeper, or the third keeper actually, acquired it in 2011. Could have been a self-registered car, this actually. Only owned for a very short period of time by the previous keeper, who acquired that on 0902. Yeah, so it's likely it was a demo model or some form of self-registration. Then 2 private keepers, 999cc Amica GSi 5-door in silver. The MOT, well, it's currently at the station at the moment having an MOT. The previous MOT ran out at was done at 28,000 miles and ran out on the 17th of November. And there were no advisory notices back then, so hopefully it'll all pass and be okay. A few little bills and invoices for the previous keeper's wheels and balancing. Actually, in fact, there's the old previous V5. I've written void through it. Brian Whiteside. Actually, no, so 3 private keepers then. Yeah, 3 private keepers. Now over here we've got a spare key, owner's manual. Those are printout of the MOT schedule, so we can see the MOT back at 28,900, and then all previous MOTs going back from 17k in 2006, 17,000 then, 17,000 that's a pass then. 2007 had 20,000 miles, 2008 had 22,000 miles. 2009 had 25,000 miles, and so forth and so on, basically warranting the miles. And to back that up, we've got service history as well, in the form of invoices. Service there done at 2008 at 22,000 miles. Another service here which they haven't put the mileage down or the registration number down, but at the same place, Graham Hill Motor Tech. In fact, no, that's a different price. That was 205, that was 208. Graham Hill obviously changed their invoicing look. We've got one for £54, which is an MOT. 142 for a rear engine mount. Check the tyres. A service by the looks of it again, oil filter, etc. £152. That was done at 20,000 miles in 2007. 25,000 miles. We've got another service at £209 and an MOT. This is quite interesting. At 27,000 miles in 2010, it had a complete clutch kit, wiper blades, and another service. £546 that was, by the way, in late 2010. HPI check, and then a load of old MOTs as well. All at the same garage, so pretty good going. Decent history, spare key, Vosa backup, genuine car. Okay, back to the vehicle. Right, welcome back then. So just an ordinary key, but it has got remote locking, so all the doors open and close on the remote, which is nice and handy. And it has remote petrol cap and boot release. I'll just show you in the boot space. There's no parcel shelf on the back, that's missing, I'm afraid. Looks like it's probably in the garage of the previous persons. There is a set of leads in the back there, and as I say, an alloy spare and tool kit, tool roll. Forgot to hoover the boot out, sorry about that, but the rest of the car is nice and clean and tidy inside. Let's have a look at what we've got then. So we've got map pockets in the back of the seats, cup holders, 3 belts in the back, which 2 are inertia reel, 1's a lap belt, 2 headrests, door cards in relatively good order, no horrible smells, all nice and spot on, with manual windows in the rear. So this car, I'll just start her up for you. So it's got airbag check, that light goes out fine. 45,038 miles she's covered. A little bit of a squeaky belt, and the other one I had exactly the same thing actually. There's a little squealy belt, but that goes off after a few moments. We've got the air conditioning, and I think it looks like the gas has escaped from it, so it might just need a sniff of gas just to get it into action. So we'll try that. Be a shame not to have aircon just for a sniff of gas into it. Petrol gauge, fuel gauge, temperature gauge, odometer, speedometer all works fine. The fan heater works all fine. We've got a radio cassette player, sorry, radio CD player with auxiliary in. We've got an owner's manual and locking wheel nuts. The electric windows are working very well indeed. Zooming up and down, nice and fast, like so. No problems with that. Right, the clutch pedal, well, the clutch is perfect to be honest with you, and it's had a new clutch this car as well, so gear change, clutch, brake pedal, transmission, horn, steering wheel, all good, all good. Paintwork all looking pretty smart actually, not a bad little car. X-Reg, we've got new number plates coming to fit onto it as well, make it look a little bit nicer and brighter. But as you can see, the supplying dealer plates front and rear, never been changed, been on the car for the last 12 years. Pretty impressive stuff. So, little Hyundai Amica, well rated in the press, little 1 litre, 4-cylinder, it's about a 50 between 50 and 60 bhp, I think about 55 bhp. And as you can see, short, tall, not very wide, good little school run, town and around car. Thanks for watching then, I hope this hasn't been too boring for you, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.